Hey friends, today I'm going to share with you 6 simple English words that I, as a native Russian speaker, still can't pronounce correctly. Of course, there are a lot of words that are difficult for me to pronounce in English, but I decided to talk about these 6 simple ones first, because I use them all the time, and that inability to pronounce them correctly is just driving me crazy. I hope you enjoy them as much as I enjoy trying to pronounce them correctly nearly every day. So let's get to number 1. Obviously, it's the word. Sometimes I manage to say it correctly, sometimes not, but there is still no stability in my pronunciation, especially when I'm trying to say this word slowly. And I have to really focus on it to pronounce it right. The second one is world. I use this word quite often. For example, around the world, see the world. And as you can see, I always pronounce this one incorrectly, especially when I'm nervous, when I'm trying to say it in front of an audience, in front of other people. So, number 3 is 3. This is my age-old problem. I even completed the famous textbook 3 or 3 by Anne Baker, but I'm afraid that didn't help much either. Another one, and also an old friend, is friends. Here I either sound too nasal, friends, or I sound very Russian, friends. And I'm still trying to find the happy medium here. The next tricky word for me is clothes. In this case, I just can't grasp how to pronounce this correctly. I don't know why, but I physically cannot say this word. I've heard that this is a quite common word that foreigners cannot pronounce, and that's very interesting how such a simple little word can cause such difficulties, problems for many English learners around the world. And finally, the 6th word is obviously 6th. Here again, I still can't figure out how to move my mouth and tongue quickly enough to pronounce the TH sound at the end of this word properly. It's definitely not an easy task to pronounce, for me to pronounce quickly, for example, the 6th floor or the 6th book, etc. So here they are 6 simple words that are difficult for me to pronounce in English, and I think they can be problematic for many native Russian speakers. I often call these words my favorites because I encounter them in the sentences all the time, except maybe the 6th. I try to use them wherever possible, but my pronunciation still is far from perfect. Maybe I should read aloud more and use the shadowing technique more. Hope this will help. And I'd like to hear your thoughts, guys. What English words are hard for you to pronounce? And what are you doing to improve your English pronunciation? Please leave a comment down below and let's talk about that. Also, if you have any suggestions on how I can improve my English pronunciation, please let me know. I would really appreciate all your thoughts, ideas, feedback and suggestions. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye!